And again, down here, just a cheat sheet for the do's and don'ts for each one. So before I'm going to a meeting in person and sitting in a boardroom with the 4 of them, or on a Zoom call or Teams call, I can have this information in advance of what's happening. And let me show you one last thing before I move on from a technology perspective. If I go as a Humantic user, it connects to my Outlook calendar. So before every meeting I'm going to have for the day, you're going to see all the meetings and how often I use it. Before every one of my meetings, it's going to send me an email with everybody who I'm meeting with and their style. So this is one of our partners. You're going to see Troy Cantor. He's the CEO. He's risk accepting, friendly challenger, confident. That's me because I'm in the meeting. Tim, he's driven but considerate, dynamic but sincere. And you're going to see all of the people that are in this meeting with us, right? So how cool is that? Now, if I'm going from meeting to meeting like many of you are, it's back to back to back all day, and I don't have time to go to Humantic, I don't have time to go to LinkedIn, they're actually pushing to my Outlook calendar. Just really, really awesome stuff. So with that said, and we're getting ready to wind this up, to all the questions and prompts and chats that came in the chat, remember, we're in the people business. We're here to have a conversation regardless of where we get our information. A talk between 2 or more people in which thoughts, feelings, and ideas are expressed through questions are asked and answered, or news and information is exchanged. That's the definition of a conversation. We are in the people business. There's no interaction. The robot is not going to take our place. They're not going to replace us with our agility, our instinct in the room. If we're a salesperson who's an inside salesperson, and we have the luxury of having a single pane of glass with all of the information about the customer, knowledge management, and we can see everything there in one place, that's great. But how about if we're in a boardroom or a conference room, or we're out in the oil patch and we're selling wherever we are in our industry, we're in a home, we won't have those things. So we need to rely on our true people-to-people human interaction and connection. Look, feelings are everything. We know people buy emotionally, they rationalize intellectually. We need to be able to be agile enough to know and have the instinct enough to know, is this a pain conversation or is this a gain conversation? And our hard-won experience, all of the years, all of the times that we've been doing this, that is what has built us to the point where we can have those conversations with the augmentation or enhancement from AI and ChatGPT. And then questions. We are in the question business. Humans will ask questions all the time. We just did this. I was over in Finland last week. I had 5 different meetings over there, and a couple of them were, one of them was a finalist presentation where we've been talking to them for months, and they still had questions. Of course they do, because the closer they get to making a decision, that means they've talked to more competitors. They know more now than they did before engaging us and anyone else. So we have to be able to know, not just ask the questions and have just a list. I ask this, check it off, ask this, check it off. It's what's the question tree? Once they answer, what's the most relevant next question? And after that, and stay in the conversation, not just trying to ask questions for the sake of asking questions. I'll read this one to you. People still buy from people. People always have had and always will have questions about what they're considering buying. And people still have feelings about comments they are considering making to other people or commitments. As long as all of that is true, salespeople who know how to lead effective conversations and know how to use the latest technology will be in heavy demand. This came out of a blog I wrote about 2 months or so ago. We got to keep everything simple. AI technology and ChatGPT helps us keep it simple, but not simpler. We still have to do that little bit of work. We still have to put in that little bit of elbow grease and research, making sure that we're current. Just don't take ChatGPT at face value.
Thank you for watching this highlight video from the Sandler Summit. You can join us for the next Sandler Summit in 2024, March 19th and 20th at the Orlando World Center Marriott. Register now at sandler.com/summit.